Hello, beautiful. In today's episode, I'm going to talk a bit more about spirit guides and how to discern different members of your team and who's communicating with you. In the first episode, where I talked about how to meet your spirit guides and start talking to them, I alluded to the fact that I have a lot of spirit guides, and I'm really excited to dig into what that feels like for me. I'm Jamie Ehrenberg with Idlewild Retreats, and this is my journey of following my intuition and becoming my truest self. So, spirit guides, how do we know who they are? This one's for you. If you've been curious about who is on my spirit team, what is my spirit team? I didn't actually talk about the fullness of the spirit team in the last episode. So who is on our spirit team and what is a spirit team? What I've read and who I've listened to, channel, connect to, source and different spirit beings, our spirit team looks like it's a group that we've spent time with over our incarnations in the spirit world. They might even be part of our spirit school. And here I'm definitely leaning a bit more into Michael Newton's The Journey of Souls. If you've not read that before, I highly recommend it. It's a fascinating book. I'm not even done with it. It's got so much information, and there's a series of 3. This team is who's supposed to be supporting you in this lifetime in helping your soul navigate that which it signed up for. Kind of keeping you on track, giving you little nudges in the right direction, really has the potential for being a massive support and making things so much more easeful if you want to live out your soul's purpose. It's not going to be something you, or a group or individuals that you tap into to do more human level desires and where our egos are trying to take us. They're not going to help out with that, but they will help in your soul's evolution and getting to know who you truly are as a soul and remembering that you're a soul having a human experience. That all said, I have shared about different members of my spirit team. If you've heard me open up sacred space, if you've been with me, I will often call on this entire team. And it's a little vague. So all of the work that I do, I'm always connecting to the 4 directions, Pachamama, Mother Earth, and Father Sky, my intuition. And so that's like the center of me. So some people call that the 7 directions, which I wouldn't necessarily consider that my spirit team, but it is a part of my guide group. It's who I connect to, and I do get real messages from Pachamama and my intuition about my soul's path. But also I connect with my ancestors and my guides, and those guides include my higher self, as I revealed, and actually still don't know any more about. Jesus and ancestors are all part of that team, and I believe that Source is part of that team as well, like on a kind of a high level. The divine is part of that team. When I connect, everything is always through embodiment. You've heard me talk about embodiment so much, but it's getting to know the wisdom in our body, those subtle sensations, and being able to interpret what they're telling us. The more we spend time with our bodies and attune to those specific sensations that it's giving us, the more we're able to learn all of this. My embodiment journey, this is 2025. I've been on it for 8 years now. And so this discernment of nuance is easy for me because I've been practicing. I've been doing the repetition. If you're interested, our next round of Attune will open up in January of 2026, so you can get the link below for the wait list or the information depending on the timing. this is like the kind of a space where we get to practice what all those sensations are, getting to hear and learn what they're telling us. So when I say my connection to my spirit team is embodied, it truly is. Every morning I attempt to go outside and ground, bare feet on the ground, to connect with the earth, connect with that energy, and just get that solid support and energy connection for the day. It's called grounding if you want to learn more about it. Just so you know what I'm talking about. I realized in a circle recently we were referencing it, and I don't know if anyone, minus the couple of people who were talking about it, knew what we were talking about. So grounding is a thing. I then call in. I'll show you right now what I do. So I'm always standing, my feet on the ground, and I say, in the highest good and the highest joy of all of everything, I stand in my power as a priestess. I've been trained as a priestess. I have so many facets of my work that I've continued to grow, different pillars of priestessing. That is part of me and part of who I am, is that walker in between worlds, the seen and the unseen. And you've all been witnessing this already. And then I call in and I say my ancestors, or guided by my ancestors. And I pause and I can feel my ancestors. So for me, that feels like this root connection in my body, on the base of my spine, but also behind me, almost like people stacked up behind me of my lineage behind me. I call in my guides as a whole, and that is something that I feel here. It's like almost like they're in circle with me, so I feel it that way. I call in Mother Earth or Pachamama, and I feel that energy rise up through my feet and up through me. So notice that I'm talking about feeling and different parts of my body. So I've also shared that is one of my stronger intuitive ways of knowing is feeling. I tap into all of them, but feeling is embodiment, and we can all work with each one of these intuition types. Then I'm guided by my intuition, and that actually feels like from the base of my spine, which is also when I know it's a yes for me, and I've talked about this in other episodes too, that the energy just travels up my central channel, so the center of my body, my core, it just travels up in a pulse. I connect to Father Sky, and I do often do that I'm doing an action with that as well. So I'm carrying that energy really physically down from Father Sky, so I feel it coming in this way. And Divine Spirit, and this is what I do, Divine Spirit, which is, for me, it's like this permeating. I can feel this energy surrounding me, coming into my body, and knowing that that's all part of me already. So I'm describing all of that because that's how I know who I'm connecting to. Every morning, I also, after I do a couple more things, I scan my body. I scan my body for what part of me is alive. Oh, I did not say, my higher self is this expanded chest version of me. It's not even expanded anymore, but I can feel it's here. This is my higher self when I feel it. And I will scan my body. Is it the energy coming up from the earth that wants to tell me something today? So that would be Pachamama. Is there this enveloping energy around me that is Divine Spirit that wants to speak to me today? Is it my intuition? My intuition is usually pretty woven in, but I can tell that too. Is it my higher self? Is it my ancestors? I am paying attention to what parts of my body are getting activated, and it's subtle. It's not like I am feeling this massive movement in my body, at least not me. I'm just feeling this subtle energy current, and that tells me, okay, my higher self wants to tell me something. And I say, okay, higher self, what would you like to tell me today? What would you like to tell me to start out my day? Because I connect with them and get messages throughout the day. But it's this real knowing of my body and what each of them feel like to me. Again, that's one of my intuition styles. That's not going to be true for everybody. So if you're a knower, that information might just drop in like, this is one of your guides, boom, that's it. And knowing that they're the ones speaking to you. It could be that you see something that is your visual sign that you're connecting to that part of your spirit team. It could be that you are hearing something and you know that that's information that this person or this part of your spirit team would tell you, or this entity would tell you. So it's a lot of this still, it always goes into this practice, but this deepening of this relationship with each one of them. And I would offer that as you're getting to know any of them, getting to focus on one spirit guide, or if you want to say you want to channel Mother Earth or connect to Mother Earth like I do, intending and making that connection and just standing outside and feeling, what does it feel like? What am I hearing? What am I knowing? What am I seeing when I'm connecting to Mother Earth? Then getting to ask her, what does she want to tell you when that feels right for you? And picking one thing and practicing and deepening in with it. It's this beautiful, all of this is a beautiful practice. I have been channeling for years now, and it started out just channeling Mother Earth, and she would give me all these messages, and now I also can channel my higher self. I can channel Source. I can channel a galactic light council. I can channel the property, actually Idlewild itself, so more specific than Mother Earth as a whole, but the property, the land that I steward with my husband. And getting to know all of this, these differences, but also using your intention and attention, which I've talked about a lot of times too, of just intending that I'm connecting with Idlewild. I am calling in, opening up sacred space, calling in that connection and seeing what I'm supposed to be hearing from Idlewild. That's of course what I did when we did the energy energy clearing of the property, when I invited the spirit team member in, a new member of the spirit team for Idlewild, which was the turtle. There's ways that we just build that trust, that communication, that intention, that focus with an entity, which is the same as our bodies. We have to build that trust. We have to establish that safety. And the more we do it, it's like any other muscle we're building, it just gets stronger and stronger. And it's been quite the beautiful journey of getting to know all of this. And as you know, I try to integrate slowly, and I take space to be able to work with this intentionally. Quite literally, it will be a focus of mine so that I can connect. And it's been so powerful what's come through. Yesterday, I was able to connect in different ways with different entities, all within one session. So it was the Galactic Light Council, my higher self, and Idlewild, and they were all giving insights and directives for the next bit of time. So a year-ish, kind of year ahead looking, and I was able to connect with them and from a centered space, really be able to get this divine or deep guidance. And it's an amazing companion to have, to walk in this soul's experience with.